All right, one last review topic to talk about here, and that's composite functions. And I want to make this so we can see all three functions here. Okay. And so I just want to remind you what these function notation things mean, and also what I mean when I talk about a composite function. A composite function is really like plugging one function into another. So when you see this f of 2, that's really asking you in the f function, what value does 2 pair up with? Or in easier terms, it's just telling you put 2 in for x. So if I'm looking at the f function, and I just want to make sure we're clear that I'm looking at the f function, and I put 2 in for x, I'm just going to say 2 plus 3, and then my answer here would be 5. Okay? And that's it for that one. That one was pretty easy. Get rid of that arrow just so we don't mess up our picture here. Okay, so in this next one, I see f of g of 3, and we are always going to work these problems from the inside out. So I'm going to start with the g of 3, all right? So I'm going to say g of 3 equals, and then I'm going to plug 3 into the g function, so that's 3 squared minus 4, which let's see is 9 minus 4, so that's also 5, okay? And then I'm going to take that answer, let's see. And I'm going to put it into, so let's go back to our original problem. Really what I'm saying now is that g of 3 is equal to 5. So now my question is asking me to find f of 5. And f of 5 would be, if I look at the functions up above, 5 plus 3, which equals 8. So just to clarify, my final answer here would be, let me get rid of that. Final answer would be that answer down there at the end in pink. It would be the 8. Okay, so let's try this next one. I'm going to start on the inside. So I'm going to start with g of 7. G of 7. That's 7 squared minus 4. So 49 minus 4, which is 45. And then I'm going to move on to, so now g of 7 is really 45. And now I'm calculating f of 45. So f of 45 is 45 plus 3, which is 48. Okay. And so now f of 45, I know, is 48. And so now I'm being asked to find h of 48. And I forgot what my h function is. Okay, 3x plus 2. So that's going to be 3 times 48 plus 2. Well, let's see. 3 times 48 is 144. And then 144 plus 2 is 146 as a final answer. So again, just to clean up my mess here, I'm going to get rid of all these scribbles, and final answer would be 146. Okay. Now, this last one you'll notice doesn't have a number that you're plugging in. It's just an x in there. So, but we're going to kind of approach it the same way. This is saying to start with f of x. Now, I don't actually have a number to plug in for x here, but I have f of x. F of x is just x plus 3. So now what this question is saying is to find g of x plus 3. And that just means put x plus 3 in for x. So that's going to look like this. Let me write this down here. G of x plus 3 means x plus 3 squared minus 4. I'm going to simplify this. So x plus 3 squared, if I were to FOIL that, is going to come out to x squared plus 6x plus 9. And then we have minus 4. So that's x squared plus 6x plus 5. And so now I'm not going to try to scribble it out and write it in here, but now what I'm finding is h of this thing. So I am finding h of this expression, x squared plus 6x plus 5, which means that I'm putting that in for x in the h function. So I'm going to do 3 times that whole thing. And then plus 2. And let's just simplify that out. So 3x squared plus 18x plus 15. I'm distributing the 3 plus 2. And so final answer here would be 3x squared plus 18x plus 17. And that's it. That's all we really need to know for composites, is you're just kind of starting from the inside out and plugging in from the inside function to the outside function until you get to a final answer.